This video is presented by Western and Southern Financial Group, a game plan for your financial future. Every great team starts with a strong foundation, and your future should too. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps protect what matters most so you can focus on winning today while planning for tomorrow. Whether you're just starting out your journey, building your dynasty, or ready to retire like a champion, Western and Southern has the right play for your life stage. Visit westernsouthern.com to get your free life insurance quote today. Western and Southern, built to win. The Commanders and the Giants. The Commanders win this game 29-21 is the final score. Top five graded players that we had for Washington. Wide receiver Terry McLaurin at the top of their list with an 83.5. Safety Antonio Hamilton Sr. with an 81.6. Safety Quan Martin a 79.8. Offensive tackle Laramie Tunsil with a 77.2. And then tight end Ben Sennett with a 77.0. Marcus Mariota in this game a 61.8. On the Giants side of things, edge rusher Abdul Carter was their top-graded player with a 91.2. Offensive tackle Andrew Thomas with an 85.0. Defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence a 72.9. Running back Tyrone Tracy a 68.8. And then cornerback Cordell Flott with a 67.8. Jackson Dart a 56.6 overall grade. Dalton Sapp told the story.
Sometimes, Trevor, you get the momentum swings in the very first quarter at the beginning. Sometimes you get them in the fourth quarter, last 2-minute situations. This game really swung in the second quarter for the Washington Commanders. It actually started with a long Jalen Lane punt return into Giants territory. Late in the first quarter, they wound up scoring on that drive. Then you got a Jalen Lane punt return later in the second quarter. And then you got a Mike Sainristil interception with a long return to give the Commanders a field goal before the end of the half. 19 points scored in the second quarter by this Washington team, and then the Giants were just trying to claw back from in the second half from there. Really hard for them to win when they're falling behind in games and they can't run the football. But you have that, and then you have the Giants just missing a lot of opportunities. 2 missed field goals, 3 other drives that stalled in Washington territory, and it just felt like from that point, once the Commanders got a lead, it was just one big game, a keep away. So big time second quarter from them, 6.2 yards per play in that quarter, and again 19 points. That's really the moment in the game that made the difference. Especially, I really think Jalen Lane, somebody they could use more so on offense for his explosiveness, but those 2 punt returns were 2 of the biggest plays of the game.
Yeah, and Young Wei Koo misses 2 field goals in this game, and it from 52 and 51. Obviously not the easiest field goals in the world, but if you make both of those field goals, okay, well now all of a sudden this is probably a different game. Where did they get down to? What was that final possession?
There was a drive that stalled. They got to Washington's 4-yard line and stalled there.
Yeah,
and the final possession got to inside the 40, 35-ish, somewhere in there as
38-yard line. So it's like, okay, well, if you're sitting here and the score is 27-29 instead, it's probably not a turnover on down situation. It's probably you're trying to kick a game-winning field goal type of a situation. So this is close. It's a close game between these 2 opponents. It looked like you said, the Commanders, when they were really able to take that lead in the second quarter, they weren't going to relinquish it, but credit to the Giants, they were able to come back in this one, but special teams, the kicking game, I think just let them down here. Most impressive for me, Bill Krosky-Merritt, who final stat line was 18 carries, 96 rushing yards, a 5.3 yards per carry average, had that touchdown, had a long run of 16 yards. He had 6 missed tackles forced in this game, and he just looked a little bit more confident in this one. And I felt like at the beginning of the year, he was really playing on fire, but then through the middle parts of the season, it felt like he just wasn't seeing things as confidently. He was a little bit more hesitant. In this game, it felt like he was much more north to south. He was much more pedal in the metal with what he was doing. So I was impressed with him in this game, and I know that you're going to talk about somebody else who was also very impressive.
For sure, rookies really standing out. I think especially another one lately for the Commanders, Josh Connerly's been playing his best football lately as well. It's good to see that over the last month and a half or so. On the other side, I know they lost the game, but it's not because of Abdul Carter, the New York Giants, man. I mean, 91.1 pass rush grade, 4 pressures, a strip sack, also a forced fumble and run defense in the final 3 minutes that gave the Giants another opportunity to tie the game before they stalled out on offense. A 76.4 run defense grade, which is a lot higher than most of his games this year. Look, if you can get more games like this in the future out of Abdul Carter, you feel really good, especially with the performance in run defense and the big play he made to try to keep them in it. Really, a lot of rookies shining in this game, and that's good to see. Krosky-Merritt, Carter, Josh Connerly, like I mentioned, has been good lately. So for both of these teams, that's really what you want to see is those young guys stepping up. The only other thing I have is Jackson Dart. You guys are 2-12. Slide. Please, just slide, because we don't need you getting checked for a concussion every single week.
Yeah, I wonder what Jackson Dart is going to be when that's not a part of his game plan. And I'm going to be honest with you. I guarantee that whatever head coach is going to be coached next to the New York Giants, they're going to tell him, don't be doing this stuff.
There's plenty of that's been said about the quarterback on the others. Well, didn't play in this game, but Jaden Daniels as well, where it's like, listen, we want you to be an athlete and be a playmaker, and that's what makes you really good. Just, hey, man, slide. Like, don't take the big hits, right? I think you have that with both of these franchises right now. And for Dart, that's, because each subsequent concussion is more likely to happen than the last, right? There's been research done on that. So you just don't want to take those sorts of hits every single week, especially in a case like this where, again, your team is tied for the worst record in football. Play it safe a little bit the last few.
Everyone's got takes. Numbers have truth. And the truth is, most people are betting with emotion. Sportsbooks feed on it. TikTok gurus sell it. The hype machine runs on it. That's how you lose. PFF is different. You're betting with winning data. The same data trusted by all 32 NFL teams and the sharpest minds in the game. PFF betting tools take every prop, every matchup, every angle, and run them through our custom models. Built on the best football data in the world. What comes back is your edge. Simple, sharp, and built to win. Want to go deeper? PFF puts a pro-level analytics department in your hands, giving you the same insights teams use to find every advantage. Build your game plan with matchup analysis. Project every snap, every matchup, and every edge before kickoff. Because the smartest plays start long before Sunday. Hit rates show how a player performs against their prop and against defenses built the same way. It's the data that gives you real confidence in every pick. Next, Key Insights translates PFF data into the story behind every matchup, giving you the why that powers your bets. From coverage schemes to defensive looks, it's the context that turns raw numbers into winning decisions. When you're ready to take action, filter through every prop on the market and focus on the opportunities that matter. By game, matchup, or value. Then, shop for the best available line in your area and tap your book of choice to place the bet instantly. Everyone's got takes, but now you've got truth. Bet with data, win with PFF.